Okay, so let's move on to class. So last class we had discussed about what is Docker and so what is traditional deployment, what is VM deployment, what is containerization deployment and all. Just we discuss, and also we discuss right mostly what is difference between VM machines and can you see my screen? Containers. My screen is visible. I think right.
It's visible.
Ah,
Visible.
so now right. So this is the official website. If you want to know anything, if you want to know anything more on this Docker and all, this is the docs.docker.com. This is the official website. Same like Jenkins, Maven, for every tool. So they have one official website, and so this is the docker.com, docs.docker.com. So if you go through here, this is the API, everything available here. Whatever you want, we can search here. Now, so today we are going to see what is Docker architecture, what is the Docker architecture, and what are the main components in Docker. What are the main components? So, enter also most of the people they are asking, so Docker architecture and how it will work. So usually here, right, already so Docker is the open platform for developing, shipping, and running your application. So this is, right, this is also open, no open source, no need to pay anything. Simply just install the only one or two commands only. Apart from this, no need to do anything. And so Docker enables to separate your application from our infrastructure, so you can deliver software quickly. So instead of installing VM machines, instead of configuring all these things with the help of Docker, within the short period, within the quick period, we can set up and we can deploy our applications. Okay, so this is here is the some of major components available, and so if you go to here Docker architecture and enter also most of the people asked what are the main components in Docker. Can you explain so Docker components and all? Okay. So even if you search so Docker, same right Jenkins, same right Jenkins architecture how it will work and all. Here also these are the Docker architecture. These are the main components. So these are the main components. Now if we go here, now if we go here, and so here what these are the major components. See here Docker client and so Docker daemon and Docker registry and Docker hub. So these are the main components, and so even let me open in this document also we can see same we can follow same Docker. Um, Already I shared this document. I hope you received right. Now if you go here, so if you go here Docker, so how it will work Docker containers. These are the so Docker architecture. So these are the major components. So this is the Docker client and the Docker daemon and images, containers and registry. Images, containers and registry. Same here, whatever we discussed here. So this is the Docker client and this is the Docker host or Docker server and this is the Docker daemon. Okay, and this is the Docker registry and Docker hub. So if you send Docker client means so I am the client. Once you install Docker, so you are the client. You are the end user. End user means who run the command. That is nothing but Docker client. So for example, if I run any command, that command it will goes to Docker daemon. So here Docker daemon is the main. See here Docker daemon receives our request and here there is a containers, images, whatever you want. So based on this, see here so Docker uses client server architecture. Docker is also following client and server architecture. This is the client and so this is the client and this is the server. And Docker client talks to the Docker daemon which does the heavily lifting of building, running and distributing your Docker containers. If you send any request and the request go to whom? Docker daemon. Docker daemon only receive your request And here, so Docker daemon knows what you want, whether you want to create images or whether you want to create containers, whatever you see. Docker client, Docker daemon can run on the same system, or you can connect with the Docker client remote desktop also, remote daemon also. And these all are connecting with the help of two ways. See here, CLI, command line interface. I am going to running one command, and this client and the server, this daemon will connect with the rest of API. How these are connecting and all, how these are connecting. This is very simple only. Just most of the people they are asking what are the, what are the Docker architecture, what are the main components in Docker and all. Okay, so just whatever you want. So these are the new terminology, try to understand. So this is the Docker client, and this is the Docker host, Docker daemon, and so here containers and images, containers and images, and these are the registries. In registry we can get, we are maintaining all images and all images and all images and all. If you send any request, first, the request go to whom? Docker daemon. Here, Docker daemon is the main. So, actual work done by Docker daemon only. Docker daemon knows. So, what is your request? What is your request? And so, what do you want? So, that and all taking care by Docker daemon only. And here, if you want to, we can create containers, images, everything available here. And based on this, so the command will be executed. Now, if you see here, now if we see, go back, if we see here, and so mostly enter over they are asking, so what is Docker daemon, what is Docker client, and how to see here, these are, so images, containers, if you run any Docker command, this is the client. Client is means, I am the end user. I am the end user. If you send any request, the request go to whom? Docker daemon only. Who will receive that request? Docker daemon. And Docker daemon knows what do you want. So what you want. See here, if you want to, you can create containers, or if you want to images. And this is a registry. All images coming from registry only. All images coming from registry only. And this is the website. This is the hub.docker.com. Hub.docker.com. This is the official website. All images are coming from here only. Anyway, we'll see later. This is the hub.docker.com. This is maintained by Docker people. So all images coming from in this in this registry only. In this registry only. So whatever you want, everything it is coming from here only. Everything it is coming from here only. So this is the hub.docker.com. This is the registry. This is the see here Docker hub. These are the registry repositories. All repositories available here. We'll see later. And so if Docker architecture, mostly they are asking what are the main components. Can you explain Docker architecture how it will work? Now what is here Docker daemon? What is the actual task? Who what it will do? See here Docker demand listens for the Docker API application flow claim request, that is request, and manage Docker objects such as images and containers, networks, volumes, and Docker daemon can also communicate with other daemons to manage your Docker services. For example, I am sending one request. I am sending one request. If we send any request, first it will the request go to whom? Docker daemon only. Here Docker daemon is the main. So the request received by Docker daemon. Docker daemon knows what do you want. What do you want? Now see here. So manage Docker objects such as what Docker daemon will manage. So Docker images, Docker containers, networks, volumes, and whatever other components. Everything taken care by Docker daemon only. Docker daemon only. So what is Docker client? Docker client means end user, right? See here. So Docker client is the primary way many Docker users interact with the Docker. So if you want to connect with Docker daemon, we need Docker client also. So with the help of Docker client, I am executing one command. So for example, so I am executing one command. So I am the user, right? So I am the user. If I run any command, so first the request go to Docker daemon. So if I run any command, first the request, I am the client. So for example, I am running Docker. So I am Docker images. This is the client. I am the client. I am running one command. So we can run so two ways CLI. Mostly I am running CLI only, command line interface. If you run this command, I am the client. The request go to Docker daemon. So Docker daemon knows what you want. See here, this and all handled by Docker daemon. And so when you use the command such as Docker run or Docker images, any command, the client send these commands to Docker I Docker D, and which carries out and the Docker commands used the Docker API, and again we are getting the response. So it will go to Docker daemon. Docker daemon knows what you want, and based on this again we are getting back to client. We are getting output. This is very simple architecture only. So don't confuse here. Simple only. And there is, if you want to, we can install Docker desktop also. I will show you later. And Docker registry. What is Docker registry? This is the Docker registry, right? So Docker registry is nothing but a Docker registry means stores Docker images. Simply, if you want to understand, Docker registry means it will store Docker images like hub.docker.com. See here, this is the Docker registry repositories. So what this registry means, it will store all Docker images. It will store all Docker images only. All Docker images only. So it will store all Docker images only. So all images only. Now go to here. So all images. So all images and see uh, Docker registry stores images. Docker hub is the public registry. Now I shown right. This is the Docker registry. So this is the hub.docker.com. So here we are storing most of the cases for practice purpose. We are storing public images only. All public. Anyone can pull that image. Anyone can work with that image. Anyone can use that image. So these are the public registry that anyone can use it. So and Docker locks for image on the Docker Hub by default. You can even run on your own private registry also. So now I created right. This is I logged in my username. This is my registry, private registry. Or so here there is two ways I can upload my images: public image or private image. Public means anyone can use my image. Private means only I am giving some secure. I am giving some access level, and based on this only we can access. So outside people they cannot. But real time all are private only, right? Private means only authorized users only can log in. Authorized users only get that particular images. But practice purpose most of the cases we are using public only. Public means anyone can pull that image, anyone can use that image. That's it, very simple. Okay, so there is the Docker registry. Simply if anyone is asking what is Docker registry, Docker registry stores Docker images. That's it. Docker images, Docker registry stores Docker images. And so these are the Docker objects. What are the major objects in Docker? These are the see here. So these are the images, containers, network, volumes, plugins, and any other objects. These are the Docker objects. So what is Docker image? This is very very important. What is Docker image? What is Docker container? Interview also most of the people they are asking what is Docker registry. Now you got some idea, right? Registry is nothing but storing Docker images. That's it. Registry is nothing but storing Docker images. What these objects means? These are the objects. So these are the new terminology. First try to understand. So images, containers. Next, network, volumes, plugins. So these are the Docker images, Docker containers, Docker network, Docker volumes, and anything see here, Docker network, Docker volumes, containers. These are the mostly we are working with also Docker objects. And this section of brief overview. Next, what is image? So what image? Interview also most of the people are asking what is image. Image is a read-only template with instructions for creating Docker container. So what is Docker image? What is Docker? This is the image, right? Already just now we see Docker image. So Docker image is nothing but this is the read-only template. This is the read-only Docker image is a read-only template with instruction for creating Docker container. So if anyone asking what is image, image is nothing but so if you want to create a Docker container, we go for Docker image. So Docker image is a read only one template, one format. So this is one template, one format. How to create Docker containers? How to create Docker containers? So this is nothing but a Docker image. Okay, so what is Docker container? So what is Docker container? What is Docker container? You got it, guys. So this is a read-only template. So Docker image is a read-only template and with instructions. Instructions means with instructions for creating Docker containers. So how to create containers and all everything already they mentioned in the image. With the help of that image, we are going to create the Docker containers. That's it. What is Docker container? See now, see here. Container is the runnable instance of an image. Container is a runnable instance of an image. Container is a runnable instance of an image with the help of image only. So if you run the image, we are creating containers. If you run the image, if you run the image, it is creating containers. See, container is a runnable instance of an image. Runnable instance of an image. That's it. So now I got some idea, right? So what are the Docker architecture? What are the main components? Docker client, Docker daemon, Docker registry. So under the Docker so host, this is the Docker daemon, Docker images containers. What is image? Image is a read-only template. Image is a read-only template with instructions how to create containers, Docker containers. What is Docker container? Docker container is a runnable instance of an image. So with the help of image only, we are creating containers. So can you create so there one or two people they asked can you create containers without image, is it possible based on this understanding? Anyone, can you create container without image? Can you create containers without image? Image లేకుండా కంటైనర్ క్రియేట్ చేయొచ్చా? Is it possible? So what just now we discussed, right? So if you want to create container, what is mandatory?
Image.
Image. That's it. Basic point.
Image.
Basic point. Interview also they asked. So can I create a container without image? No, not possible. Without image, we cannot create Docker containers. So what is image? Image is the read-only template. That is like a one format, one template. And so anyway, coming classes we can easily understand. So this is the template for instructions. అంటే నాకు కంటైనర్ ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేయాలనేది ఎవ్రీథింగ్ వీ కెన్ మెయింటైన్ ఇన్ ద ఇమేజ్ విత్ ద హెల్ప్ ఆఫ్ ఇమేజ్ ఓన్లీ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు క్రియేట్ కంటైనర్స్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు క్రియేట్ కంటైనర్స్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు క్రియేట్ కంటైనర్స్ ఓకే so now so these are the main components, right? So these are the main components: docker images, docker container, network, volumes, plugin. And so docker client, docker daemon, and so this is the architecture, right? So I hope you got some idea, right? Anyone, any doubt, guys, here? What is Docker architecture and what are the main components? What are the main components and so how it will work? So what is registry? Registry is nothing but storing Docker images. So registry is nothing but storing Docker images. Registry is nothing but storing Docker images. What is Docker daemon? Docker daemon is the API request managed by Docker objects. Who will handle all objects? Docker client or Docker daemon? Who is the main role here? Docker client or Docker daemon? So this is the client. This is the Docker daemon. Docker daemon only managing all Docker components. Got it? Client is nothing but end user. We are executing commands only. We are executing commands only. Whichever you send, so the request go to whom? Docker daemon only. And this is the registry. Registry nothing but it is storing the only images. See here, Docker images. What is Docker registry? Docker registry stores only Docker images. And what is image? Image is a read-only template with instruction of creating a Docker container. So how to create containers, that instructions and all maintaining Docker image. Often the image based on another image in some additional customization, whatever we want, we can write it. Now, what is container? Container is the runnable instance of image. Container is a runnable instance of an image. You can create container, we can start container, we can stop container, you can move container. If you want to, we can delete the containers also. We can delete the container also. So, we using with the CLI or Docker API. There is two ways, command line interface or with the help of API also, desktop also we can work with. Okay, so work with. So these are the some of the major components in Docker. If you understand, so there is nothing remaining, only commands. We can easily play with the Docker commands and all. We can easily play with the so Docker commands and all. Got it, guys? So anyone any doubt here? What is Docker architecture? What are the main components? And what is Docker registry, Docker client, and Docker image? What is Docker daemon? What the main role? Clear? Anyone any doubt here? If it is clear, so let's move on to how to install, how to set up Docker and all. Okay, I hope you got some idea, right? So these are the major components. These are the major components. So so these are the images, containers. These are the main objects: images, containers, network, volumes, and all. And so client, Docker client. This is the client. This is a new, right? Client. Next, daemon. Next, registry. So under registry, so these are the main what are the available and all we can check it here. That's it. Registry, daemon. So registry, host, under host, daemon, everything it is handled only Docker daemon only. Now, so if you want to create what is client already daemon what is the role and registry what it handle. Now, so let's move on to how to set up, how to install Docker in our machine. Installation is very simple, guys. So if you want to install anything, if you want to install so Docker any machine, so Docker, so this is the open source, right? It will support all operating systems. If you want to, we can install Windows, or if you want to, we can install Linux, or if you want to, we can install. This is the anywhere we can. That is your wish. That is your wish. Wherever that is not specifically Windows, not specifically Linux. If you want to install, you can Windows also. If you want to, you can install Linux also, or so Mac also. It will support Mac all. This is the so any type wherever you want we can install it, but installation is very simple. There is many ways we can install. Just go to Google how to install Docker on Windows or how to whatever you want. If you are using Linux machine, just Google it how to install Docker in Linux. If you are in Windows, just type. Already we are using so portable, right? Already I installed Ubuntu. First, let me open that one whether it is available or not. See here. So where is that? Ubuntu, right? So Ubuntu. Already this is my Linux server. Right now I am using Ubuntu server. And so first we will try here. Anyway, I hope everyone install right this one. So this is the Windows only. And practice purpose mostly we can install. But Windows means mostly we are using Docker desktop. I will show you later. So mostly we are using Docker desktop only. So Docker desktop. So here there is see here Docker desktop. See here Docker desktop is an easy to install application on your Mac, Windows or Linux environment that enable you to build and share containerized application and microservices architecture. So mostly Windows in real time mostly people are using Docker desktop, and so if you want to we can install this one Docker desktop also. This is also same simple only. I will show you later, but you need more space in our machine, otherwise it won't work. Okay, but anyway currently we are using this one, right? So now here check it. So how to check if you want to install anything in Ubuntu or Linux and all. So there is a in Ubuntu and all we are using apt command. Apt command in Linux and all mostly we are using m command. If you want to install any package, if you want to install any package, so there is two ways we are going to install. This is basic commands only. So this is the Linux and all mostly we are using m command. What is the m command? And so Ubuntu, we are using only this command, it will change. Ubuntu, we are using apt-get, or we can use apt also. Only simple, we can use apt also. So what apt means, so if you want to install any package, any software, okay. So see here, just if we type so aptc package manager, if you want to install anything, so apt command is powerful command tool which can work Ubuntu advanced package, whatever you want we can install it. So apt space and package name, that's it. Apc and space and package name. See here, sudo apt install, apt install, apt install, package name, apt install. Same in Linux means just we are using m only, just we are using m only. This is the package management. Okay, now I am going to check. So how to check, so how to install, how to check whether Docker service is running or not. How we are checking, guys? Jenkins service is running or not. Same way we are going to search Docker service is running or not, Docker is running or not. So what is the command, how to check service is running or not? I hope in Linux so many times you use it, right? What is the command? I want to check whether Jenkins server is running or not. How we are checking? Anyone? Hello? Am I audible or not? How we are checking? So Jenkins is running our Linux mission. So there is, we can use so two ways. So systemctl command,
Status
or we
Jenkins.
can use so service also. We can use service also, right? So now what is this systemctl? System systemctl status Jenkins, right? If you use this command, so right now unit Jenkins service could not be found. So same way, so sys systemctl status Docker. I am using Docker. Right now see here, Docker is also not available. Docker is also not available. So first we need to install the Docker, right? So how to install, if you want to install any package, just now we discussed, right? If you want to install any package, what is the command? Apt hyphen get, or we can use apt install, apt install docker. So just hyphen y, it is if it is available this package it will work, if it is not available it won't work. Anyway, let's try it. See here, could not open lock variable open, permission denied, and so unable to the drag package manager, you are root, are you in root? So first let me go to root user. Okay, how to switch the root user? How to switch the root user? I am in my user. This is my Marconda, is this is my user. I want to switch to root user. What is the command? Sudo hyphen I. So now I am in root user. I am coming to my root user. Now see here. So root user. Now let me try. So apt install, apt install docker.io, or first I am using simply docker hyphen I. So if it is that package name not available, it won't work anyway. So see here, very simple. Now it is running. Now see here, apt install docker hyphen y. Sometimes this package is not available, we need to use docker io, or so, or else if it is saying some error message, based on this so we can copy and paste. Even if you google it, so we are getting many versions, just copy and paste it, only one command. Now check it whether it is running or not. Okay, now go to here, systemctl status docker. So how to enable that service? What is the command? How to enable? Let me search here.
System SQL
Service,
enable.
service Docker status also we can use. Uh, system CTL
System SQL.
enable,
Docker.
hmm, system CTL
Enable Docker.
unknown command. Correct.
Dot given. I think dot is
That is
not required.
System CTL enable
Docker.
Docker. Will it enable unit file? This is not available, right? This is we are using portable, right?
No, no, type Docker.service. Systems it will enable Docker.service.
Fail it to. This is a different OS, right? We need to check it. So how to Docker could not run for error message. Systemctl status Docker could not run. These people nothing. But this is command correct only. But we are using different Ubuntu, right? So portable we are installing Windows. So that is the reason. I need to check it. First service. First let me say whether it is running or not directly. So Docker images. Docker is not found but not installed with. Okay. Anyway, I am using this command. This is the version 25. Maybe that version it is not. apt install docker io. Okay. Hyphen y. So these are the different ways we can install. Whether we can use this one. See here. First I used so this one. Now install apt.io. This is version 24.5 Ubuntu related. Okay, Ubuntu. And we can use this one also. Anyone, that is our wish. Okay. Now, okay. Now try it. So systemctl enable systemctl so status docker. Now see here, Docker is running. We need to use IO. So Docker directly it won't work. In Ubuntu, so this is the command, only one command. So what is this? If you want to install Docker, this is the command. So apt install docker.io, that's it. Okay. So now if you want to check the status, systemctl status docker. So if you use this command, whether docker is running or not, we can see here active. Active means, what is the meaning? Active means running. See here. So in not running means here it is showing inactive. Inactive means the docker service is not running. But anyway, your docker is ready. So anyone, any doubt guys here? Hello, clear? Anyone, any doubt? So this is the, if you want to check the status systemctl, and if you want to enable systemctl enable docker.service only. This two is enough. Some case if it is not enabled, we can run this command also. We can run this command, or else we can use one more command also, service 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 docker status also we can use this command. But we will see later what is different systemctl and service. And see here, we can check control C. So if you want to service command also, service, whether in service docker status. See here, we can use this one also. We can use this one. Okay, if you want to check status of any service, so any service, this is the, we can use both. Anyone, systemctl status docker or system service docker status. This is the reverse. This is the reverse. See here, command. If you change command, automatically it will change status docker. Here docker status. So now this is the installation. So only one command. So if you want to install docker, and so this is the command. Now how to check which version it is installed? How we are checking guys? Maven, which version is installed? Java, how to check whether Java which version is installed? So we are using one command, right? What is that command? I want to check version. Which version? What is the command? How to check? Docker hyphen version. If you use this command, so now you are new, right? So Java hyphen version we are using, right? Same command, but Java is not available. Same way, mn space hyphen version. If you use, it will come that particular version, but mn is not installed. So if I installed Java, if I installed maven and all, so it will work. It will work. This is the command. If you want to check, so Docker version and all, what is the command? Docker hyphen version. So now see here, hyphen version VRSION spelling typo error VRSION version. Now see here, I am using Docker 22.0.5. Okay, this is the Ubuntu 22.0.1. This is the Ubuntu related. Okay, now anyone any doubt guys here? Installation and all, how to install Docker in Ubuntu? So this is the Ubuntu. Clear? I hope you got it right. Who is that Jain?
Yeah.
Anyone any doubt? So that's it. Now we know what is I hope now we got some idea what is Docker, and so what is the why you go for Docker, and what are the what is the Docker architecture, what are the Docker components and all, and how to install Docker in Ubuntu server. Now, so now remaining basic commands only, we'll see one by one. So I will share this document, just to follow initially if we have some idea, and later we can get. Okay. So where is this Docker? Now see here, so this is the default installation path guides. Variable lib Docker, variable lib Docker. So where it is installed, how to if you want to check, see here. So where what is if you install Jenkins, Jenkins will go and install one particular path, right? Same way. So this is the cd space variable var slash lib slash, here if you see ls command, there is a Docker we can see here Docker. This is the Docker. This is the Docker. See, this is the default path and all. This is the default path. See here, once you install apt is already here in this document. The same commands also I used. That's enough. No need to do this all these things. And this is the working directory. This is the this is the installation directory. So this is the installation directory. This is the installation directory. Got it? Okay, variable lib Docker. Variable lib Docker, and so now we will see one by one command. Now if you want to check, if you want to check version and all, Docker space hyphen v also Docker space hyphen v also we can use hyphen v. So Docker space hyphen v also we can use, or else we can use Docker space hyphen version also, it will come. So your Docker version and all, I want to know more about my Docker. So this is the command. So Docker info command. So if you use Docker info command, information. So what information? Now we can check it here. What is the client version? So which client version we are using? 24.0.5. And what is the servers? See here, containers. Do we have any containers? No. Do we have any running containers? No. Do we have any passed containers? No. Stopped containers? Zero. Images? Zero. Everything. This is the server version 24.0.5. And so now see here, these are the some information. So these are the volumes right now, local volumes only, and these are the logs and all networks, and see here. And so if you want to, we can check it. So what is the kernel version? We are using kernel version 5.15, and so this is the operating system we are using Ubuntu 22. And so we can see total memory, how much memory, and so what is the host name, and everything we can check here. So what is the command? Docker info. With the help of info, we can get information about your Docker. See, Docker info, Docker info. So if you want to know, So that and more on this we can give Docker info. Now see here Docker info. Now if you go here already version and all Docker info and all and Docker images. I want to see what are the images available here. Do we have any images here guys? First time. See here Docker images. I want to search one image. See here I want to see is there any images. Just now I installed right. So just now only I installed Docker. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. If you want to see what are the images available, this is the command. So what is the command? Docker images. Do we have any images here? No, I don't have any. This is the repository. This is the tag name. This is the image ID. This is the created date. This is the size. I don't have any images. I don't have any images. Now, so see here Docker images. Docker search and image name. For example, I need one image. I need one image. So how to search image? For example, this is the Ubuntu, right? I need one more Ubuntu machine for practice purpose. Okay. So what is the purpose of Docker, right? So Docker means so here so manually we can create virtually we can create VM machines and we can install operating system and all. Instead of creating everything with the help of Docker within the short period, within the seconds we can create containers. We can work with the container. We can delete the containers if you don't want. Now I need one image. How to search that image? This is the command. So Docker search. I hope everyone know, right? Jenkins. Now, if you need Jenkins image, just search Jenkins. See here. See, there is many images available. See, this is the many images, predefined images available. So now see here Jenkins. See Jenkins. These are the name. This is the name. This is the description, and this is the stars. How many people used and all. So this is the long-term support. This is the long-term support, and this is the official also. Yes, if you use Jenkins, automatically it will come. See here. If you want to install Jenkins, you are following some steps, right? You are following some steps, correct? So we are following some steps. We installing Java. Next we are downloading. We are installing Jenkins and all. But how to server Jenkins server configure and all? Very simple way with the help of Docker. With the help of Docker. Now anyway, I am searching so one image. So Docker ser search which image we want to search. For example, I need to Ubuntu server. One more Ubuntu image. Now see here. So these are the images. See here, these are the images. Suppose how to pull this image. Now I searched whether this image is available or not. So for example, if I give wrong image, see here Ubuntu 1. Now see here, it is also coming. For example, I am giving something. Now see here. So now it is not coming. If you are giving any wrong image name, it won't come anything. So we need to give proper image. So now Docker search image name. So this many versions available. Whatever you want, many people uploaded. But these all images coming from where guys? Already we know, right? These all images. Images and all where it is storing, where it is available. All images available where? Here we seen, right? All images. See here,
Registry.
registry. Where all images available? Docker registry only. So you know, right? This is the registry. So all images available here only. So here now here what is here registry? A Docker registry stores Docker images. So here hub.docker.com. This is the registry here. These images and all coming from here only. Here I searched one command, right? So Docker search Ubuntu I given. So Docker search Ubuntu I given. Docker SERCH search Ubuntu. Ubuntu I given. So now here we can see many images. Same command we can execute here also. We can run here also. We can run here also. So if you type Ubuntu, so now we can get many images. See here, same images here. But this is GUI, but this is CLI. That's it. Nothing. Here మనకు ఎక్కడ కనిపిస్తుంది CLI mode లో డిస్ప్లే అవుతా ఉంది but this is a GUI graphical user interface GUI only we are searching see here Ubuntu this is the Ubuntu so whatever we are seeing here everything we can see here also everything we can see here also got it Anyone, any doubt here? This is the CLI, just a command line. We are Docker CLI, right? Command line only we are executing, and we are seeing command prompt. So this is the GUI. So everything it is coming from hub.docker.com only. But this is a public. Right now I am using public, right? All are it is coming from public only. Got it? So anyone, any doubt? Now we know what is Docker. Docker pull command. Docker search, Docker SCARCH search image name. This is the command. Image name. Which image you want to search? Just we are giving that image name. That's it. For example, Ubuntu. Ubuntu. For example, Ubuntu. Now got it. Now how to pull that image? How to pull that image, guys? This is the command. So Docker. So before that, first Docker images. Do we have any image here? No, I don't have any images in my local. Now I am going to pull one image. See here, Docker pull image name. What is the image name? Ubuntu. I need Ubuntu image, not only Ubuntu, anything. See here, it is using tag latest, and it is see here, pulling from the library Ubuntu, and this is the size and all. See, this is the latest. Now check it. Docker images. Docker images. Now see here, this is the repository name, this is the tag name, this is the image id, and this is the created 6 weeks ago. What is the size of this image? 77.9 MB. For example, you need Jenkins image. How to, what is the command? Same, docker pull, docker pull Jenkins. See here, Docker pull Jenkins. Now I am pulling, so response manifest Jenkins is Jenkins. Maybe the tag name we given wrong. Docker search SCA Jenkins. Now we need to give proper name. Which one? So this is not coming. We need to give this one, Jenkins colon Jenkins. Jenkins colon Jenkins. See here, Docker pull, Docker pull Jenkins colon Jenkins. Okay. Now this is the latest tag. This is the latest tag. Now it is pulling. Now see here. So if you want to pull any image, what is the command? Docker pull image name colon tag name. Image colon tag name. That's it. Got it. Now check it. See here. Docker images. How many images in my local? See here, Ubuntu. This is the 77.9 MB. Now just now I pulled Jenkins. See, this is the image ID. So every image have one image ID also. This is the unique only, no duplication. So this is the tag name, this is the repository name, this is the tag name, and this is the image id. So every image have one image id. This is the no duplicate, this is the unique only. So 6 weeks ago they updated, and this is what is the size of this Jenkins image? 470 MB, 470 MB, 470 MB. See here, for example, you need Linux also. See here, Docker pull Linux. If I give Linux, if same tag available, it will come. If tag is not matched, it is not right. Now first Docker SCARCH search image name Linux. Now these are the images. These are the images. We need to give any image. For example, I need Alpine image. I need Alpine. Okay. Clear the screen. Docker SCAR search, and I need which image? Alpine image. Sorry, pull, right? If you want to pull, we can use pull command, not search command, pull command. Now see here, so it is coming. So this is now in my local, how many images? Docker images. If you want to see how many images available, see here. So this is the minimal image, only 7 MB, only 7 MB. See here, this is size is very less. Okay, and this is the Ubuntu image, and this is the Jenkins image. Now, so now you know what is pull and all, and how to create container. How to create container? I am not going to create any server and all. Simply I am going to create one more container. This is the Ubuntu, right? Ubuntu means all commands it will work. ls command, if you want to, we can create write files directory and all. Same way, I need one more container. This is the operating system. This is my Ubuntu operating system. Here I installed the Docker and I pulled one image. Which image I pulled? Ubuntu image. Docker images. Now I need one container. How to check containers? So Docker ps-a all containers. So if you want to search containers, if you want to see containers, do you have any containers, guys, here? See here, this is the container ID, this is the image, and this is the command, and this is the created, this is the status port. Do you have any containers here as of now? No, right? మీకు ఇక్కడ ఏదైనా కంటైనర్స్ ఉందా? No. Just now I pulled only images. I don't have any containers as of now. How to create container? How to create container? If you want to create container, this is the syntax. Docker run. This is the syntax. Everything already I noted here, just to follow. Okay, so docker container and docker run hyphen it means interactive terminal. Interactive, I means interactive, t means terminal, and image name. Which image already we have images, right? First, before go to that one, docker images. Now I have three images. I am going to create one container. This is the syntax. So docker run hyphen it interactive terminal and image name, that is nothing but this one, Ubuntu. Now see here, what is this prompt? Now what is this prompt? Now observe, this is the actual prompt or this is the container prompt? Now change it, right? This is my container ID. This is my container ID. Now I am in container. Now one more Ubuntu mission created within the second. This is also same Ubuntu only. See here. Anyone, any doubt, guys, here? Now this is a command docker run hyphen it. I given Ubuntu. Now automatically prompt also changed. Now here if you see here, so earlier you are seeing desktop hyphen some name, right? This is my local. Now I am in container path. Now I am in container. I connected container. Now remaining story same only. Now see here, if you want to touch space dev.txt. Now see here ls command. Now everything working or not? For example, you need directory mkdir. For example, I need Jenkins directory ls. Now see here, Jenkins is created or not? Where is that? See here, created or not? So this is one Ubuntu container. This is the one Ubuntu container. Now it is same like actual OS. But how much time it will take, guys, to creating a Ubuntu container? But if you want to install manually, if same mission, if you want to install manually Ubuntu server, how much time it will take? At least it will take 10 to 15 minutes, right? 10 to 15 minutes, right? But with the help of Docker, I created one container. Which container? Ubuntu mission container. How much time it will take? Only one command, right? Docker run hyphen it, just Ubuntu. That's it. Your mission is ready. Whatever you want, we can do it. Clear? What Hemant? అర్థమవుతుందా? Anil? Clear? Hello?
Yeah.
ఓకే, సో సేమ్ మీకు ఒక ఉబుంటూ సర్వర్ని కాన్ఫిగర్ చేయాలంటే హౌ మచ్ టైమ్ ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ మాన్యువల్లీ? అట్లీస్ట్ ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ 10 to 15 minutes. But with the help of Docker, I created one Ubuntu mission. So how much time it will take? Only, see, only typing only Docker run hyphen t. That's it. Only one command. Within the seconds we can create container. So that is the greatness of Docker, right? Already we discussed what is difference between virtual machines VM and Docker container. So Docker containers. Now see here, I am in container path. This is a container. So this is the container. This is the actual. If you want to come outside, you can use exit command. you can use exit command. Exit means it will stop the container, it will come outside. Now how to check what are the containers are running? This is a command docker ps hyphen a means all, ps hyphen a means all. So running containers as well as stopped containers, we can see all containers, we can see all containers. See here, this is the container id, and this is the container id, this is the image name. From which image I created container? Ubuntu image. And this is a command prompt, and 3 minutes ago created. Status is exited, and just it is the stopped that container. And so here I don't have any port number. This is the container name, some name dynamically it is coming. And so if you want to, we can change this name also. Now got it. Now see here, docker run hyphen it contain image name ubuntu. Now see here, so container is created. So exit means it will stop the container, it will come outside. If without stop, if you want to come outside the container, this is the syntax. Control control pq. Control pq means without stop the container, if you want to come outside, this is the control pq. Now see here, docker ps hyphen a. What is this command? Docker ps hyphen a. Very very important. Interview also many people asked this command. Docker ps hyphen a means it will display all containers, running containers as well as stopped containers, running containers as well as stopped containers both. Now see here, one container is up and running, one container is exited. Exited means it is running or stopped. This is running container or stopped container? What Hemant? Now see here, this is a status. Up means, what is up? Up means running or stopped. Hello?
Running.
Running container. Up means running container. Exited means
Stop
stopped
it.
container. Just remember. So running container means we can see this is the status, whether my container is running or not. So my container is stopped or not. If you want to check it, this is the, so docker ps hyphen a means all docker ps. If I use docker ps command, if I use docker ps command, it will display which commands, which containers? Only stopped containers only, or running containers? Important. Enter also they are asking. I don't want stopped container. I want only running container. If you want to see only running containers, Docker ps command. If you want to see all containers, all means running as well as stopped containers. So Docker ps hyphen a. That's it. Clear? Now these are the some basics only. First try to understand. Now we know, right? So if you want to check, so Docker hyphen version. So if you want to check Docker version and all, or I can use, so Docker hyphen v also we can use. Next, Docker info. If you want to know more about, so that one. Now if you want to search any image, what is this? Docker Docker search. If you want to see images, Docker images. If you want to search, Docker search image name. If you want to pull the container, if you want to pull the container, sorry, if you want to pull the image, Docker pull image name. Okay. So if you want to pull, if you want to see the images, Docker images. If you want to search, Docker search. If you want to pull the image, Docker pull. And if you want to create the container, what is the command? Docker run hyphen it interactive terminal image name. Or we can use the container id also. Now if you want to search the status, all Docker ps. ps means only running containers, only running containers. If you want to see all containers, Docker ps hyphen a. Hyphen a means all containers. Clear? Anyone, any doubt here? So if you want to create container, docker run -it. So if you want to see only running containers, docker ps. If you want to see all containers, docker ps-a. And so if you want to see the images, docker images. If you want to search image, docker search image name. If you want to pull the image, docker pull image name. Clear? Anyone, any doubt guys as of now? I hope you got some idea, right? What is docker? And so how to install docker, and so how to pull image, how to search images, how to search the image, how to pull the image, and how to create a docker container, how to create containers, and how to check that status, how to see the containers also, running containers, stopped containers. Clear?